Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Titbits with Gully Cricket. Shash, I can clearly see the disappointment on your face, but let's start with the positives first. Now, after Stark, RCB did look for many foreign replacements. There was Timal Mills, Chris Jordan, Chris Morris, but yesterday, after bowling 11 consecutive dots, including two wickets, I think Hazelwood is a good replacement for Stark, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say even a better replacement because with Hazelwood, what you get is most of the times he's very miserly as well. He doesn't give away runs. And if he picks up wickets, I mean, what else do you want? Because with Stark, sometimes he can tend to be expensive as well at the beginning and at the death. Though he had the wicket taking capabilities. But with Hazelwood, you also get control. So in that way, it is a very good option for us to have him. I mean, saying that the bowlers are doing their best, but I would say the batsmen are just not living up to the expectation. If they play like this, you can't expect them to go to the playoffs.
All right. Now, when Riyan Parag was batting, Hasaranga dropped him, which added around 20 extra runs. And while batting, Kuldeep Sain's oversaw two key wickets. So, where do you think we lost the match?
Well, I think this is a long process, if you ask me. As you mentioned, like dropping catches will always affect the result, especially in T20 games. And you saw what Riyan Parag did. I mean, he desperately needed a knock. All right, the team had been backing him. One, he wouldn't get enough opportunities, and the other time he wouldn't do well whenever he got the chance. But yesterday, he just grabbed it with both hands and sort of made sure that his innings was the difference in the end. Like honestly, I mean, uh, how long would you see Kohli playing like this is a question. I'm literally tired of watching him, go through this whatever phase you call. Uh, there is no player who is an undroppable, all right, irrespective of what records he has or anything. For me, it is a team that should matter, and if he's not able to contribute in any way, or like let's say if he has to hold up to his reputation, if he's not able to perform as per expectation, but at least do something you can clearly see. I mean, he's just looks lost. Can you imagine, like in the first over he had three chances. The
Mhm.
first ball, like the second ball, I think it just dropped short, and he had two inside edges. One went for a four, the other one just missed the stumps. So this is not the Kohli that I've seen. Like, I mean, he's someone who's confident, imposing on your face, but here he looks like a timid version of himself. It's you can't have. I mean, I'm also not confident about what he's going to do in Australia with the form that he's in. I still know there is a lot of time left, but him and Rohit Sharma are like serious concerns. I don't know how these guys are going to turn up because we also what blunder happened last year. It doesn't just because you scored a lot of runs against Minnows, it doesn't make a matter that you got knocked out in the initial stages of the T20 World Cup. You lost the two important games against Pakistan and New Zealand. Yeah, so it's also ironical that people like Kohli and Sharma keep getting chances, whereas Dhawan is not even considered, even in spite of being consistent. So what type of logic is this? I fail to understand. If performances are the indicator of selecting someone, then I feel these two should also be rested or told that you cannot keep having a long run like this. It's as simple as that. And even someone like Hasaranga, what is he doing? What is he contributing? Is he worth the amount that is being paid? You're talking about his all-round capabilities. What has he done? You're depending on Dinesh Karthik and Maxwell to win you every game. That's not going to happen. And even moments like that, I mean, Dinesh Karthik, I would say a little bit of he lacked a little bit of awareness, I would say, but it was a horrible call from Shabazz. You can't expect to get a batsman in form out like that. So there are so many issues. Like we've already talked about the retainers thing that they've had, like they've let go of key players. So I think that's again going to go haunt back. I mean, it's just there for everyone to see. With the money that you got Hasaranga in, you could have retained both Kuldeep as sorry, Chahal and Devdutt Padikkal.
Yep.
Devdutt Padikkal, you could have got two of them. I mean, Chahal, there's no comparison, man. This guy is like worked his way up through his skill and like guile or whatever. And how can you invest so much on a emerging cricketer? I don't know what you saw in him so much that you invest they keep making the same mistakes. That is what is very irritating and concerning at the same time.
Exactly. A lot of uh, points you put up, and I can clearly see that you're disappointed with the
Yeah, no
management
doubt.
and playing 11 as well.
Yeah,
So,
correct.
yeah. So, moving on to RR batting now. Riyan has been continuously been backed by RR. He was trolled on Twitter, and even the commentators were taking a dig at him because of his lifestyle and other things. But
Mm.
still, he was in the playing 11 and gave it yesterday when the top orders failed and when the team needed it the most. Uh, so he was useful with the bat and even in the field while taking the catches. So
Yeah.
is that why they have been backing him all this while?
Yeah, I mean, see, when you probably realize the potential of a player, or you feel that this guy can go, ahead and can play for India, you can back him. I think that is what we have seen in his case as well. When I first saw him, I think a few seasons earlier, when he was batting with Steve Smith, I thought he showed enormous maturity. Like the way he handled things. I think he sort of let things drift apart after that. He was not being consistent. It can happen, like young guys, so much glitz, glamour, money that you see. It can be a little hard for you to like be grounded, but then you have to realize what your goal is. All right, because performance is something that is going to guarantee your place. You just can't keep having your place in the team based on talent. That is not going to work out. You might look very good in the nets, but then if you don't perform, then you will have questions raised against you.
All right. So that was the match that was, and RCB managed to lose another one, and it's very disappointing because it looked like they could have chased it, but
Yes, very
they have.
much.
Yeah,
Because even Sanju himself told in the press conference, or like the post-match conference, that they were 15 20 runs short. It was very evident, like the bowlers did a brilliant job, like especially getting wickets in the power play and then restricting them to a score of below 150, which was easily chaseable. It's just the mistakes that keep. I still don't understand why Lomror is not getting a chance. I mean, if Kohli says that Patidar is a top player of spin, then why is he getting out to spin so many times? I don't see any footwork in his batting. What for us playing spinner well, the main thing is your footwork. This guy doesn't move his feet. It seems like it is stuck to the cement. Like I don't know what type of guys are you backing, man. You just go and see a few videos of Lomror. This guy has hitting capabilities, but still the management doesn't want to give him responsibilities or trust him. So it's really strange what the thinking is.
exactly. So now they're at fifth position. We hope things go right now because the competition is getting tougher, and all five teams are on like 10 points, except for one
Yeah.
or two, and they'll be fighting for that fourth place now, obviously. So moving on, we have the clash of the neighbors today. Not geographical neighbors, but neighbors on the points table. Well,
Mhm.
it's justified because both the teams have put up some impressive performance. So, Shaz, this is going to be a high voltage game tonight.
Well, definitely considering the form that both the teams have been in the recent past, Sunrisers would be high after a game like that against RCB, where they were extremely clinical in all the departments. So they would be high on confidence, and Gujarat have just found ways winning of games where they look like they might not get through. So these are two teams which are very high on confidence, and it'll be interesting to see how they face off. I mean, honestly, it's hard for me to predict a winner.
All right. So, now we know how good Bhuvi is with the new ball, and Shubman Gill will be facing him today. And in 37 balls, he has been dismissed twice. On the other
Mhm.
hand, Shami has dismissed Kane 4 times in 47 balls. So, which matchup are you more excited for?
Uh, I would say Shami against Kane, because there is experience here when you're talking about, because both are class in their own way. Williamson, I would say, is probably the second best batsman in the world right now currently, and then you have Shami, who's one of the top bowlers in the Test format as well. So that'll be an interesting contest. Who gets the better of whom? I would think that probably Kane would like to play him off and then go after the other bowlers, or would Shami be wily enough to, get one pass through him? That is a contest that actually I'm looking for.
All right. Now, you already told that it's not easy to predict who's going to win. To make things easier for you, I'll put up a stat. SRH has won just 14% matches at Wankhede. So that's
Mm,
almost 1 in 7 games, I guess. So
mm.
does that make it easier for Gujarat to win? What do you think?
Well, see, if you just go by stats, then you would obviously back Gujarat, but that's not how things pan out.
Hmm.
So, I mean, Hyderabad, considering the recent form that they've been, they're definitely going to give a tough fight to Gujarat, is what I feel. So maybe if the record in the ground continues, then maybe Gujarat has a chance.
All right. So that was the preview of today's match, and it's very difficult to predict who's gonna win. So it'll be a high voltage contest as well, as Shaz told. So Shaz, moving on to the man of the match contest, we have had a high number of comments yesterday, and except for one, which was for Rajasthan Royals, everyone had predicted RCB players. So that,
So it just shows, like, the confidence that everyone else has, that RCB would have chased except for their own team.
yeah. So we have got only one winner. So the guy who predicted Riyan Parag, it's Craig Matthew. So I think it's the first
Congrats.
time winner. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone who knew something that we did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it right. So,
Yeah. So
I
congratulations.
mean, it's hard for me to say congratulations, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it deserves it. Riyan Parag deserves it for the all-round performance. And yeah, don't forget we have the contest today as well. So the match is between Sunrisers and Gujarat. So all you have to do is comment the man of the match predicted in our comment section, and you have time till the first ball of second innings is bowled. So with that, we conclude the video. So enjoy the game of cricket today and have fun. Cheers.